victims are the slaves of our world. On this premise, never act the script of the victim. Do all you can to always assuage yourself as the victorious one, as the courageous one, as the strong one. Because the world we live in is a world that feasts on the weak. Never in your life act the script of the weaklings, because nature devours the weak. God himself does not rejoice in the weak. This is why he kept admonishing Joshua in the book of Joshua chapter 1. Be ye courageous. Do not be afraid. Face the enemy. Keep moving forward. Forge ahead. And I believe that's the same thing God is passing across to you. That no matter the situation you might be facing right now, keep moving ahead. There's miracle on the way. Don't ever allow yourself to be mesmerized by the circumstances you are facing. The world doesn't take it easy with the weaklings. I will start this discussion by telling us the story of a documentary. In the documentary, the antelope was wounded either by a lion or by some other wild beast, but it escaped narrowly. Then it began to move ahead, but it has blood all over the body, so the blood was trickling on the ground. So as it kept moving on, suddenly some vulture came over it and they began to hover over the animal. But as long as it was forging ahead, moving on, the vulture did not attack the antelope. Not quite long, some hyenas also began to follow the trace of the antelope, and they keep moving on. But none of these scavenger mount on the antelope as long as it kept moving on. But got to a point it was too weak to move on. Then the hyenas and the vulture began to struggle for it, even while there was little bread within the antelope. What is the lesson to you and me? The lesson is, as much as it lies on you, with you, never act weak. The world is watching. The people around, they are trying to take advantage of you if you act that script. Somebody is ready to buy you off the business, of the deal. Somebody is ready to buy your hard-earned product cheaply. I had an experience recently. I wanted to dispose a property, and as I was working on it, I needed some cash. At that moment, I had nothing on me, virtually nothing, and little change, no money in my bank account. But all through, I never acted weak until I disposed the property. But I could read the body language of the people around me, trying to see whether I will show sign of desperation, and I never did that. I've had such experience several times. When you show sign of desperation, that is the sign of victims. The world will take advantage of you. I'm very serious about this, and you too know. Let me give you an example of a married lady. When she's getting to that age where she begins to show signs of frustration and agitation, instead of getting what she wants, men takes advantage of her. They sleep with her, use her up, while she's hoping that one of them will marry her. If she's not very careful, she will end up being more pitiful than when she began. And what does she need? She just needs to compose herself, to behave as being full. You understand what I'm saying? Don't behave as if you are empty. Behave as somebody who is full. Let your body language command respect. Let your way of life, your composure shows somebody who is going somewhere meaningful. If you look out there in the job market, if you act desperate, they will give you a job that is beneath your status. At the end of the day, you find out that being a victim causes you to suffer the more. If you go out there, the beggar receive money pieces, in pieces, coins, small denominations, because they are the beggars. But when you have something to give to the world, nobody treats you anyhow. So, in your life, never act as a victim. And on this note, I want to bring up one or two stories to buttress this point. The first story is the story of David in the Bible, David and Goliath. Saul, the king, and the Israelites have been mesmerized, has been beaten down, black and blue, by Goliath's intimidation, and they seems to have given up. And one thing you should notice, when you behave as a victim, the spirit of terror will keep bombarding you. As long as they behave as terror, Goliath keep troubling them. The Bible recorded 40 days and 40 nights until a young boy appeared and said he will not take that shit. David took off with his sling with some stones, and he confronted the fear. And what happened? Goliath came down because somebody would dare him. And what did David took along? He took along the nature of God, the power of God, and he used the few things he has. At every point in time, you have enough material resources to command miracle. You have enough resources and material to have a new beginning. All you need is the faith. Jesus Christ said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you will command the mountain, and the mountain will respond to your faith. Like David, like Joshua, build up your faith. Never be afraid. You can see throughout the Bible keeps telling us we should not be afraid, because fear leads us into the victimhood mentality. Victimhood mentality robs us of our victory. And when we are robbed of victory, we become slaves of all nations, slaves of all circumstances. And that will not augur well with the mandate of God for your life. No human being is created to live a cheap life. What I'm saying is, don't be cheap in life. Don't carry yourself cheap. You are God's own property, especially if you are giving your life to Christ. You are bought with a precious blood. You are not ordinary. Go forth and live beyond victimhood, because the victims of life, of nature will be muzzled, eaten up. We are in the world where the strong and the fit thrives. The weak are sacrificed, whether in politics, whether in government, whether in your place of work. Always do your best to mount up strength. And if you lack strength, the Bible says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. And as we behold the image of God, the glory of the Lord, we are transformed from one degree of glory to another. So mount up wings like the eagle, live the life of a champion, and stay permanently in the arena of the dominion. God will help you. God will help me. God bless you. My name is Wale Adewumi. Always come to our channel, like it, share it, and subscribe. God bless you. Before I leave, go to our website and read some material that could benefit you, maybe for your marriage, leadership, or any area of your life. Visit us at www.worldchangersnetwork. God bless you.